This is Ron from Super 8 to Video. In this video, I'm going to show how to replace a broken belt in a first generation machine to where the take-up reel doesn't move at all. Or perhaps the belt has become stretched out to where the take-up reel moves and then stops, and then suddenly it moves again. Another reason this clutch can start and stop and make the film do what I had just shown is there's a spring inside here that on mine I believe got weak just working over 5 years. I could tell it was a different strength than the newer motor-driven machines. So I put a video together showing how to strengthen that spring. The link is down below. But while doing that video, I took my original belt and started stretching it like this, which I can tell you, you don't want to do it with a new belt because I stretched mine out to where it would no longer spin the wheel. So I decided to get a new belt. But there's one problem. Wolverine Data no longer sells this belt. Therefore, I had to improvise. I first tried this rubber band, then I tried this rubber band, then I tried this smaller rubber band, then I tried 2 of these smaller rubber bands, then I tried this 2mm ponytail band, and then I tried this 4mm ponytail band, and this ponytail band actually worked really well for about a week. Then apparently it stretched itself out and started to slip. Here is something that I think will work as well, if not better, than the original belt, and that's this O-ring from Amazon. I have also left the dimensions in case you wish to pick up an O-ring from a hardware store. It will probably be black. I tried a black one and it worked perfectly, but I couldn't find an Amazon link to that exact black O-ring. So I ordered this one instead, and we are going to install it because I want to make sure that it works before I leave the affiliate link. So let's get started. Lay the machine face down on a flat surface. Then remove these 7 screws. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the 2 down in here. I suggest using a magnetic screwdriver because they have a tendency to get stuck in the plastic down below, and you may want to use a flashlight as well. Then remove the back cover. Place a book up under here with the machine up against a wall. We are going to remove these 2 screws. However, they are tucked up under here in such a way that when we try to use a screwdriver like this to loosen them, it won't do it. Once they are loosened, I find I can take this screwdriver and take them out, but we have to loosen them first. Hence, this tool. This is an eyeglass kit I got at the dollar store. The screwdrivers inside are made of cheap metal and can be bent easily. This Phillips head here, don't accidentally squeeze it because it's pretty soft and it's easy to damage. Also, don't grab it like this, but grab it like this right here, where the Phillips head is just a little bit down below it. Then just grab it here and bend her at 90 degrees. Take your thumb there. You can take a 2 by 30mm screwdriver, which is the proper size for these screws, and heat it with MAP gas from the pair of pliers to the tip of the screwdriver till it is red hot, and then bend it as well. Disconnect your belt. Then take your screwdriver and loosen these two screws. It's a little tedious using this screwdriver to loosen these by going over and over. I'm using tweezers so you can see what's happening, because this definitely can be done by your hand. But then pull this out. Now if you will look close, there are two tiny holes right here and here, because there's a little pin that sticks up here on both sides, but I've already broken mine off over here. So be careful when pulling this belt out, because you can break these little pins right there. Now let's get this out of our way. Put a screwdriver up under here. You've got to watch it. There is a piece of plastic that's identical back here, that's identical to what was up here, and you could break it if you push it up too hard. But then pull the belt out from underneath. I find these barbecue skewers to be very good for what we're going to be doing. Place a screwdriver up under here. Take your O-ring, put him back here. I find it best to just stuff it down right here and hold this back part of the O-ring. Put it up under this right here. You can usually pull this out, the screwdriver, at this point. Start pushing him down here and pulling this part of the O-ring while you hold this part back here. You may have to push up on this a little bit more. Once I get him here, it usually goes pretty well. There we go. Don't worry about if you went back here too far, because it's easy to put it up on the roller from this point. Do not strap it down between this roller and this roller until you put this on. Double check this O-ring is actually in the roller. Then put this guy on. I find you have to hold this down with your finger as you tighten it down with these screws. Once you've tightened these two screws down, make sure this plastic doesn't have any slack in it, but the roller will have some play in it, and that's okay. Then strap your belt on. When things go right, you should be able to stop the clutch in the front, and this spindle and the belt should keep moving without slipping. Lay it down flat. Put your cover on. I find it easiest to screw those two screws in first, then put your other 5 screws in, and you are finished. This is Ron from Super 8 to Video, signing off.